Welcome back, everybody, and welcome back to the farm. So we're just jumping straight in. We are currently working at cleaning up some or mowing our clover fields, and we've got a hired hand actually in the truck spreading lime on one of our fields. I forget which field he's on, but actually, let's take a peek and see what field he's on. He on our cotton field. So that's where he's at. But in the meantime, like I said, we're working at mowing some clover, and we will get this knocked out. I've already mowed one of my fields. We're working on our second field here, and we're going to get this knocked out right quick. But um, I don't know if any of you folks watched my Oblivion remastered videos. Got three of them up. Um, those three are going to be the only three that I have, at least for the time being. I was having crashing issues and stability issues where it got to the point where it was unplayable. So got that uninstalled, and I won't be playing it anymore. So, but we're going to be back to doing what we started with as far as the channel goes, and doing farming, and we'll just continue on doing that. Now, I might eventually do a playthrough on Skyrim. Skyrim is a game I've played quite a bit of. Uh, I've got thousands of hours in Skyrim between the original Skyrim and um, updated versions. So the special edition. So, uh, but yeah. So I've got one more field to mow here. We've got it's a little bitty field. It's a small enough field that I'm not even going to bother using steering assist on. Plus, it's kind of an oddball shaped field. So, but now I am still kicking, getting rid of the crick running through the map. I'm torn on it. I like the aesthetics, but I also would love for this to be all solid fields. Um, but I haven't made any decisions on that. So, but like I said, but on a side note, this is the small field, and I have no clue why it does that. This is the second time it's done that in just about the exact same spot. Let's go hit it the other direction. So, but now I am really looking forward to January in game. The reason being is come January we will have, or that's the best time for selling wood chips, and so we are going to be selling off our wood chips, which I expect a pretty big paycheck on, like, well, really really big. So we'll see how it goes and see how much we make off that. But I'm expecting it to be large enough that we will actually have our debt finally paid off from purchasing this half of the map. So, um, you know what? I think we're going to drop the mowing deck to make it easier to go through the drive-throughs here. So that's the first one fed. And we got 2 more to feed. So, um, so our first 2 sheep pens, they are full on sheep. Our third pen is not. It's got much. It only has about a fifth, actually a little bit less than a fifth of total capacity. Its total capacity is over 5,000 sheep, and currently we only have 1,000 sheep in it. Now, of those 1,000, 500 of them are 14 months old, and 500 of them are 1 month old. So we got some adults and we got some baby sheep. So that's actually happens to be this field here that we're driving past right now. But they're coming along, and once that pen gets full, and all the sheep get to mature age, it will definitely be really hopping when it comes to wool output. All right, so this one is full on feed. And this one should be pretty close if it isn't full. Yeah, it's full. So we actually ended up driving over here for nothing. Now, yeah, if I was to redo this, I would definitely do that different. For one, I'd actually just probably have that turned 90 degrees. That way, we'd have the just straight drive through like we've got here. But live and learn, then get loves. Or wait, no, that's a diaper commercial. We're not going to go with that. Either which way, learn from mistakes, move on. But actually, looking out in the field, we see the adult sheep are easy to spot. The baby sheep, not so easy to spot, but you can spot them from time to time. So, but all right, well, tell you what, we are going to start rolling through the months. We're going to get, we're going to keep the sheep fed, and like I said, we're just going to roll through the months. I've got a different plan in mind for harvesting cotton than what we did differently. Colossus Harvester Pack has a header for forage harvesters that works cotton, and then just using these trailers. And that is the plan. So, but let's hop out of that. We're going to start rolling through months. As far as spreading lime on that field, on the cotton field, and spreading lime and fertilizer, we'll just let it keep going. Now, speaking of fertilizer, I did change my fertilizer buggy to one that does the 42 meters width instead of just the 18 meters as far as the buggy I had. Going to make things a lot easier on us, so hence the reason why I did that. But all right, sugarcane's coming up. Let's see how our I see cotton tops. All right, well, we're ready for cotton harvest. let's we might as well just stop him. Not really sure what he was doing. Oh, this is my fertilizer buggy. Yeah, we'll let the fertilizer buggy go. This is on our poplar field, anyways. So, all right, this buggy we can stop, and this is our lime. So we'll stop it. Let's get this guy back to our farm. Yeah, I'm driving in the wrong direction. But on a side note, I hope everybody's been having a wonderful day. Besides my technical issues this morning, I've been having a pretty decent day. All right. I would never recommend doing that in real life because that's a surefire way to destroy a truck. But, meh. All right. I don't know how well that's going to work as far as how far back we'll load, but only way to find out is to try. All right, so let's drop that header. And all right, so let's get our cotton header. Actually, it's going to be easier to just do this. All right, lizard. Losses harvester. Cotton. And of course, this is going to be turned the wrong way, I expect. Yep. But we managed. So let's go ahead and unfold. So I went ahead and put the markers on, just make things easier on us. So let's make sure everything's set up. Okay. off to the races we go. By the looks of it, looks like we're not going to need all 4 of these trailers, but I'd rather have all 4 of them hooked up and not need them than I need them and not have them. So, one of those rather have and not need than need and not have. These little spots that are getting missed, we'll pick them up at the end. We'll do a little bit cleanup at the end. Just take care of them. But I'm going to get this knocked out, and we'll see how we do come end of it. So, all right. So we are hitting that last little spot right there. As we go back, we'll hit those little bitty spots that got skipped. And as you see, we didn't even fill a single trailer. So I didn't need this train behind me, but I'd rather have and not need than need and not have. So, but let's go ahead and fold our header. Seeing as how we are finished with it. And I was looking at pricing. And right now, cotton is about halfway between top and bottom on pricing. So we are going to actually wait until February. That's the best time for sale of cotton. So that is when we are going to sell it. We are just going to leave it in the trailer. No point in, well, there's not really much we can do with it anyway. So we are going to leave it in the trailer. Let's try to straighten up a little bit here, right along this edge. And we are going to leave the other 3 trailers sitting there. So, all right. Let's grab a truck, and we are going to replant that field. I think we're going to do it in a root crop this time. I'm thinking carrots. Actually, no, we'll do. Tell you what, we will do sorghum. We haven't done grain crops in a while. So, well, I don't know if sorghum is considered a grain crop, but it uses that equipment. So I'm going to consider it to be a grain crop. But we should be able to direct drill plant. And that way we don't have to mess with plowing or cultivating the field prior. So let's see what happens. I mean, worst come to worst, we'll just grab the flex coil and we will cultivate. But it looks like the hired hand is taken off, and All right. So, we're going to get this knocked out, and we're going to continue rolling through the months. We're going to get to January, and when we can sell off our wood chips, so we can see how we ended up doing on that. So, be a bit for me while I get all this work done, but it'll be right back for you. Alrighty. So, we've done all our prep work. We've done everything we can for this field. So, we're just rolling on. It is January, so it is time to sell the wood chips. We've got. I'd already checked to see what place is giving the best pricing, and it is the animal dealer. I mean, it's only a couple dollars difference, but when you get to as many liters as we got here, those couple of dollars is going to add up to quite a bit. So let's see how we do. I expect to see a pretty big paycheck, but we will see how big of a paycheck. And I can already say we've got more than enough that we're going to have our loan paid off. And with paying off the loan, that also means that we are going to be starting to purchase the fields on the other half of the map. And as a matter of fact, we might even be able to buy out the rest of the map. We'll have to see. It's going to be on the next episode. We're not going to do all that on this episode. But $7.8 million, not too shabby. So definitely a good payday. We do still have the cotton to sell, which that we got to wait till February for. And you know what? We might as well go ahead and do that too. So let's get this truck back to the yard, and we will get that sold off. And then in the meantime, I've been talking with Steam. Well, I've put in multiple requests through Steam um, with issues on Oblivion remastered, and I keep getting back automated responses. Um, because I've got more than 2 hours of playtime in the game, they are automatically denying any kind of refund request, even though the game is unplayable for me, or is now unplayable for me. That is with the game being just bone stock, straight download from Steam, no mods, no nothing, just straight download from Steam. After a couple hours playing total playtime, after install, it starts crashing, and um, just crashes constant. So, um, but uh, I'm not giving up on dealing with them. But we'll see if we can get anywhere with it. But all right, cotton. All right. So looks like this sell point is given the best price, even though it's kind of an uh, oddball place for it to give it, but or not so much that it's oddball, but yeah. All right. I guess I'm going to have to wait for the wool to quit scrolling so I can get a better idea exactly how much I actually earned just then. Um, 734,000. Not terrible, but for the amount of work we put in, almost not really worth it. With as big as that field is, I mean, yes, it's a lot of money, but if memory serves me right, we got more than that out of the sugarcane, and the sugarcane is a smaller field than the cotton was. So I don't know, but either which way, I want to say thank you all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, and I really hope to catch you guys next time. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.